During this time when COVID-19 is coming to a close, emergency services are extremely essential, especially for our senior citizens. Because of the importance of such services and the increase in people moving into new homes, we created Responder, the first emergency service response time visualizer and predictor. Now let's take a look at how our website works.
We chose to create our web application using Python, Flask, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We used Python, its Flask library, and JavaScript for our backend code to utilize datasets regarding city names, county populations, county areas, and more. We used Python and the Pandas library. We use this data along with the Python Google Maps API to create interactive Google Maps that show the closest emergency facility locations and directions to them citywide and countywide. In order to further interact with Google Maps, we implemented basic web scraping with Python to read data from Google Maps requests. Lastly, for our backend, we utilized a random forest regressor model to make predictions for a county's response time given the number of emergency facilities, area, and population.
For our front end, we use the latest versions of Flask and Jinja 2 to run our HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code on our website. We hosted our site on Heroku, a platform as a service, and connected it directly to our GitHub repository. We set it up so that each time we pushed a commit, the app would update automatically. This made collaboration more efficient, and we were able to integrate our various parts effectively. We also created code to embed interactive Google Maps in our website with HTML and JavaScript.
Let's start with the home page, where you can see different menu options on the top and bottom parts of the page. To find the response time to the nearest emergency stations, either enter your address or select Use your current location. If your address is invalid, Responder will remind you to re-enter it in the proper format. Now, let's click Let's Go to see the response times.
After it loads, the services page is shown, displaying a Google map with the closest emergency station and its directions to your home, using various Google Maps APIs. At the top, it will tell you how long it will take for the emergency vehicles to arrive at your home and how far it will be. The next map shows the closest emergency service locations, as well as the average response time in your county, predicted with machine learning using metrics such as population, number of emergency stations, and land area.
Lastly, let's take a look at the education page, where we educate users of how important response times are and what to do in emergencies when one is with a senior. Our last page is the About Us page, where there are short descriptions of the team that made this project possible. Thank you so much for listening to this video, and we hope that you and your family use Responder to keep your senior citizens and your community safe.